Welcome to Custom Fab Garage. On this video I'm going to show you all my 2018 Focus ST. I take out my factory ST cloth seats that are, I'll say, marvelous looks wise, and I install these new Braum seats that I have right now. So I took those out to basically install these Braum seats with the planted seat brackets, whatever you want to call them. So this video is going to kind of show you what I went through to install these seats and what I personally think of the seats. Seats before, ugly as hell, can't stand them. And these are what we're going to be putting in. Should be pretty nice when they're done. We'll see. Seats before, ugly as hell, can't stand them. And these are what we're going to be putting in. Should be pretty nice when they're done. We'll see. Going to start with removing all four of these 15 millimeters. I'm going to take those off, and brackets were already installed because I bought the seats used, so we'll see what they how they bolt in and everything and how the fitment is. Took out the two fronts. Now we've got this one, and then we've got this one over here to take out on the rear. Gonna go ahead and unplug all these harnesses, but I don't have anything to plug into them with the new aftermarket seats, so I might find somebody who makes like resistor packs to take off for the airbags. Okay, I went ahead and unplugged this plug right here from that plug. I ended up cutting wires at first, put them back together because that was a dumb idea, so stupid me. Then this bolt right here, which is a T50, we're going to put into here, and then on the other side we're going to put this nut, which is a M10 1.5, and then we're going to just put that on this side. So we'll bolt this in right here, that way it'll be like stock. That is actually the stock seat belt part right here. Got the new bolts in the back bolted down. This one over here is a pain in the butt to get to, so just understand that. And these are the brackets that, sorry it's so dark, these are the kind that came with the seats when I bought them used, so they seem to fit really well and no issues bolting in the rears. Front bolts are bolted in, everything looks secure, got it all in there good. Well, here's what they look like installed. Definitely look a lot better than I anticipated. They're still the same height here as the ST, but they do sit a lot lower. So but I have to sit extremely low because of how high I am, how tall I am basically, sorry. But that one is up a little bit, it needs to go down a little bit, but they do sit a lot lower down. There's no adjustability up than the stock seat. So like my daughter will probably sit over here, my girlfriend, they're both extremely short. So I'll probably have to put risers on it to move it up, or put a little pad down there for them to sit on. So I went and bought some 1.5-inch spacers, extended these with a grade 5 and grade 8 bolt. So we will see if this helps. Mainly I needed it to go up about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. So this is the highest spacers and the highest bolts that I could get. And I basically just extended these out with a higher grade bolt. These are grade 8. The other seat I couldn't get grade 8 in because they only had so much, so I got grade 5. But I haven't done the other seat yet, so we'll see how this looks, because the passenger seat that I put in first is way too low. So I'm hoping that by putting these spacers in and bolting these in, that it will help the seat go up, because I even as tall as I am, I couldn't even see over the dash in the passenger side. So hopefully this will help. Alright, I got the driver's side seat in with the spacers on. These are 1.5-inch spacers. It sits perfectly exactly where it did stock for me. So I can see exactly the same where I needed to be on the lowest setting on the ST seats. So 1.5-inch spacers work perfect. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and take the passenger seat back out, redo it, and put a 1.5-inch spacer in there as well. So that way it's perfect where I need it at. Here's the driver's seat installed. Now that I have the spacer on it, it is a little bit taller on the back side, so it mainly brings up the bottom the most, but I'm definitely going to take the passenger seat out, redo it so that way it's exactly the same as the driver. But love the way these look amazing. Okay, we got the passenger side bracket. This was already attached pre-existing, but we put the 1.5-inch spacers in here just so you guys can kind of see how we did it. And there's an Allen key in there just like it was before, just extended. Now the only thing that sucks, and I usually try to do every single thing right when I do it, is I had to use 3 one size. This one's a different size, a little bit longer, because that's all Menards and Lowe's had. So I had to do what I had to do to get these seats in here. I had to go through an assortment. I'm about 40 bucks in hardware between washers, nuts, hex nuts, spacers, everything else. So I'm about 40 bucks in the hardware of just getting these things to fit right. But once you get them on there right, it's kind of why I'm making this video. It fits perfectly. So it sits awesome at 1.5 inches. That's what I recommend. I'm about 6'1", 6'2". I don't know if they make any spacers bigger than that. That's all I could find. But if you're definitely shorter than me, I would definitely recommend going higher than that. I think they are absolutely amazing the way they look. I'm a 38 waist, I'm about 6'2", I weigh about 230 pounds, and I fit perfectly in the seats. I'm a little bit big, I don't fit in very many cars very well, so I really like the way they fit around me. I definitely like the way I sit way farther down to the ground, but that is also a disadvantage for people who are shorter and not so big. These things sit super low to the ground. I mean, like absolutely on the floor of the vehicle. So I did have to put spacers in it, which I will show you in this video. But if you're a big guy like me, I would recommend doing a 1.5-inch spacer, which is what I went with, because that puts you back to the lowest setting on your factory ST seats. If you're bigger than me, I would probably say a 1-inch spacer would be sufficient. But if you're a small guy, you're definitely going to have custom brackets made to extend up off the planet brackets, because if you don't, you're not going to see over the steering wheel or the dash. I can promise you that. So if I didn't put these spacers in here, I couldn't even see over the dash, and I'm a big guy, because basically the seats were sitting on the floor. So I love the way they feel. They feel really nice. They're very comfortable. I love the material, because it's not shiny. It's more of like a satin or a matte.
They're easy to clean up. Every single person who's seen them has complimented me and said they look absolutely amazing. Everybody thinks they're the factory RS Recaro seats for some weird reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe they look similar. I'm not sure. But as far as I knew, I probably am wrong on this, but you can't get these style of Focus RS Recaros like these unless you're in Europe. But I'm not sure on that. I've not seen any in the US with these style of seats, so I don't know. Everyone I've seen in the US with these, they're Braum seats. They're not actual Focus RS Recaros. So I would actually rate these very, very good. The fitment is awesome with these seat brackets. Just you have to raise them up, obviously, and I'll show you that in this video. The other key thing I will tell you that is a pain in the ass I don't like is I have an airbag light on. I do not like that. On a brand new car I just went and bought, I do not like having an airbag light on. That sucks. I also have a seatbelt indicator because they have their own harness that runs to the damn seat belts. So that sucks, but maybe, you know, I have an electrical background. Maybe I can figure out how to get around this, but I'm not gonna rip up my ST seats just to take all the airbags and harnesses out just to throw that in the trash and throw away a pair of, my seats are mint condition. So I don't want to do that, especially if I want to trade this car in. I would keep these seats and put them in whatever else I buy. So that is my only bitch and complain I have about these seats, is having to deal with that. And I don't even know too, I don't even know if I can go to the dealership and have them turn it off. I mean, maybe I could, I don't know, but I wish that, like on BMWs, what we can do, because I'm used to the BMW background, I'm not used to, this is my very first Focus, and I don't know anything about this platform. So in BMWs, we can code out our airbags, and then you don't have to worry about this. So you can just code out your A-pillars, you can code out your seats, you can code everything out in BMWs, but I don't know on Focuses if you can do that. If anybody out there knows, please let me know. I'll pay for it, because I hate having an airbag light on. It is atrocious to get in a car that's brand new and have a stupid airbag and a seatbelt warning indicator come on every time you start up the car. So that is my only complaint, but other than that, I absolutely love these seats. The quality is amazing. I did buy these used. A guy had them for 30 days, sold them to me for a pretty good price. So they're used. They do have some marks on them. I'm not too happy about that, but oh well. I mean, I got them for a good price. So I would definitely recommend these to anybody who's looking for seats. They're definitely better than any other racing seat I have owned in the past. I will say the quality's better, the fitment's better, the styling's better, and also the comfortability is much better than any other racing seat I've ever had. These are the ones that actually recline, so that's awesome. But in all, I would rate them very, very good. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would definitely say like a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10. I get compliments everywhere I go, like I said, so stay tuned for this video. I'm going to show you how we installed them, and this is my video of showing how to install them and what I think. I would rate them very, very good. Thanks again.